Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Cynthia.
Hi, Miss Cynthia.
I have a really cool science experiment that we're going to do together. It's called Sink and Float.
Sink and float?
Sink and float. And look, you guys should have this paper.
Ooh.
Find it. And you're going to need a blue crayon. And you're going to need a red crayon. Okay?
But I want to use purple.
No purple. We're doing red and blue. And
Okay.
look, right here, blue and red.
Okay.
And some of the stuff down here we have today. I have a balloon.
Ooh.
I have a pencil, an eraser,
Ooh.
a leaf,
Ooh.
some popsicle sticks,
Oh boy.
a nickel,
Money.
and I don't really have a cup, so I'm going to use a vase.
Ooh. Okay.
And then I have some cool items that we're going to try after.
Ooh.
A pine
What's that?
cone.
Ooh.
You guys have one of these. A ruler. And a pumpkin. And I even have a couple paper clips.
Ooh.
So we're going to see what happens, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's go over to the water. You guys see my bucket of water?
Yeah.
All right. So first we're going to try the balloon. Do you think it's going to sink to the bottom? Or is it going to float on top?
Sink.
All right, let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
It's floating.
Why? Why is it floating, teacher?
It's floating because there's air inside.
Ooh.
And the air is helping to keep it up above the water instead of sinking underneath. So it's not as heavy.
Okay.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take that one out. That means you guys can color your balloon blue because it's floating, okay? It's not sinking. Next, we'll do rocks. What do you think is going to happen with the rocks? Do you think they're going to float on top of the water? Or are they going to sink to the bottom?
Sink.
They're going to sink?
Maybe.
All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
What happened?
You went right to the bottom, teacher.
They sank. They're so heavy that they sank. Look at, if I put the balloon back up there,
Ooh.
the balloon is still floating because it's filled with air, so it's keeping it up, but the rocks are still at the bottom, right?
That's cool, teacher.
Pretty cool. All right, we're going to take those out. And you can color the rocks red, okay? Color them red because they sank.
Ooh.
Let's see. How about a leaf?
Ooh.
What do you think's going to happen with the leaf?
I've seen leaves floating in the water at home.
Hmm.
Maybe it'll float.
Maybe. Let's see. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
It's floating.
Yay.
It's floating because it's very light, right? Leaves are not very heavy. Pretty cool. So far,
like a
so
boat.
good. All right. Let's do the pencil next.
Ooh.
Do you think the pencil's going to sink or do you think it's going to float?
I don't know, teacher. What do you think?
I don't know.
I think it's going to sink.
Sink? All right. Well, you say sink, I'll say float. Let's see what
Okay.
happens. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, it's floating.
It's floating.
Oh, why?
Pencils are made of wood, and wood is usually used for building boats. But I think also because of the graphite inside,
Oh,
it helps it float.
what's graphite?
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So what's inside your pencil?
Oh, that's cool.
So you can draw. All right, I'm going to leave that there. What do you think is going to happen with this eraser?
Ooh.
Do you think it's going to float with the pencil? Or is it going to sink?
I think it's gonna float.
Think it's going to float?
Maybe.
All right, let's see.
Maybe.
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no!
It sank.
Oh, how come?
The eraser's pretty heavy, And there's no hollow inside to make it float, kind of how the balloon had air inside of it.
That's cool.
Right? Yeah. All right, let's take those out. Next is our popsicle sticks.
I know. They're made of wood, like the pencil.
They are. So do you think they're going to float?
I think they're going to float.
All right, let's see. Ready? 1, 2, 3. They're floating.
Yay!
Look, they look like little boats.
Yeah.
You can go back and forth. They're floating. They're not sinking.
So cool. Boogie boards.
Right? Or surfboards?
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, next is our nickel. A coin. What do you think the coin's going to do? Do you think it's going to float or sink?
Well, it's hard, so maybe...
It is pretty hard.
Maybe sink.
Maybe sink?
Maybe.
It's a little heavy. Let's find out.
See.
1, 2, 3. Right to the bottom. Good job. That was a good one. Good guess. All right. So don't forget to color it in, okay?
Okay.
Last one.
Ooh.
The vase or cup.
Ooh.
What do you think's gonna happen? A vase, a glass is kind of heavy, right? And it's empty inside, so there's kind of air in there. Do you think it's gonna sink or float?
I think it's gonna sink.
All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Whoa, look, it did kind of like a halfway thing there.
That made bubbles.
It did.
Ooh.
Let's flip this upside down and see if it goes down all the way.
Okay.
Oh, it's still doing halfway because the air is getting stuck in here.
So it floats and sinks.
It does both of them. So you know what? You can color your cup red and blue. It can be 2 colors.
That's cool.
Right? All right, now on to our extra stuff. What do you think's gonna happen with the ruler?
Well, it has holes.
It has holes.
But
and
it's flat, so...
Flat. Pretty light.
Sink.
Sink?
Yeah.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. It's floating.
Yay!
Oh.
A little bit of both.
It can do both. If I put it sideways, oh, maybe it won't do it again. There we go. If I did it sideways, it goes down to the bottom.
Oh, that's cool.
But if we leave it like a board, like a boogie board or a surfboard, it's gonna float.
Boogie board.
Right? Pretty cool. That was a tricky one.
Okay.
All right.
I like
clips,
the tricky ones.
Right? Paper clips. Sink or float? They're metal.
Sink.
Think sink?
Maybe.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. They sank.
Yep.
That was a good guess.
Thanks.
All right.
I
2
like
more
this game,
things.
Teacher.
It's so much fun. All right. What do you think's gonna happen to this pine cone?
Ooh.
Do you think it's gonna float or do you think it's gonna sink?
I think it's gonna float.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It's floating.
Yay!
Pine cones are pretty light, and there's a lot of room inside because there's seeds in here and all these little spots.
Very cool.
All right, last one. A big, huge pumpkin.
That's cool.
Pumpkins are pretty heavy, right? And they're round. Do you think it's gonna sink or it's gonna float?
Well, it looks like a balloon, so I say it's gonna float.
You think it's gonna float?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's pretty heavy. Are you guys ready?
Ready?
All right, let's count it down. Let's count from 5. Go backwards. Ready?
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1.
Oh,
yeah!
the pumpkin floats.
It must have air in it.
It does.
Like a
Inside, it's a
balloon.
little hollow. And inside, when you open your pumpkin for carving, if you open this up, it's open inside and there's seeds in there.
Thank you, teacher. That was fun.
Right? That was pretty awesome.
Now I know about sink and float.
Sink and float.
Yay!
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.